It's that time of the day again. Hi, good afternoon, friends.
Hello.
Jonathan and Grace here again. And we promised to come back to you to talk to you about the last segment of our vacation up to Zimbabwe. And we did that in three parts. We first looked at the first part at the Victoria Falls. Then we went on a bit of a safari to Wangi Safari National Park.
Yeah.
And the last bit, we were going to then go to the Lake Kariba. And that's a place that I know well.
Yeah.
Grace had never been there before. So, I have some thinking, some plans about that particular place, and I wanted to share that with Grace because I wanted to see if she could live there, in fact. and live there off the grid, because that's been a bit of another dream of mine, to try and go off the grid, to try and be self-sufficient. Looking at what's going on in the world today, it's a bit worrying. So we could get access to water, if you could get access to food, and obviously if you had a piece of land. That nobody was really interested in, or that didn't really carry very much high overheads. So that's why we were looking at that particular property. But it also had some down points, and we're going to look at some of those. But okay, so we left the national park, and keeping in mind we were with two other UK friends. One was my sister and her friend. And obviously they'd been vacationing and enjoying life, and the sun and all the sights. So when we got to a place called Milabisi, now that is right on the southern part and it's the closer part to the Victoria Falls. There's a place called Milibisi. In fact, you can take a ferry from Milibisi all the way 200 and nearly 70 kilometers to Kariba. So it's a very long lake, okay? The biggest man-made lake, I think, in the world. I'm not sure if it's in the world or just in Africa, but it's big. So we were stationed and based on the shorefront of the Kariba Dam or lake and at Milibisi. So we got there, and as soon as we got there, we had to set up camp. But we got there in the middle of summer, in the height of summer. So not only is it around about 35 degrees Celsius, but the humidity levels are high. Now for Grace, it didn't really affect you, did it?
No.
In fact, you were walking around with what?
Jacket and pajamas.
She's walking around with her jackets and her pajamas, while the rest of us, we just wanted to tear everything off. It was so hot, so uncomfortable. But not Grace. In fact, she even went further than that. She just was lighting fires everywhere, trying to get warm. And just watching that kind of was off-putting for the rest of us. But anyway, so we were staying, because it was too hot to stay in the house. We'll show you what the house, it's almost like a fishing chalet. 3-bedroom, had a bathroom, had a kitchen, a lounge and a dining room. And it was fine. It had some solar panels there, but the batteries weren't great. So, at night time we had to fire up a generator, or we just had to make do with some solar lights. But anyway, that wasn't a big deal. But outside on the perimeter, in the same property, there were nice stands that overlooked the lake, and we erected tents on those. So we stayed on the one side, and they stayed on the other side. So there's like privacy. It was quite a big area, hey, about 30 or 40 meters between the two, but both overlooking the lake. So both really, really nice and under some trees for shade. But having said that, what were some of the plans? What was I promising you to teach you when we went there? I mean, you were really looking forward to going fishing, and I had the whole setup there to go fishing. That didn't happen for one reason and or another, but we'll discuss the reason. What else did I say we were going to do? I said we were going to go for a boat ride
Yeah.
and go and do some exploring up and around the lake. We didn't manage to do that.
No.
We wanted to go out at night and see what's on the river at night. We weren't able to do that. There were so many things. I meant to go to the local schools because we had a very good initiative going for the last 15 years, but of which about 5 years I did it every single year and twice a year, and it was called the Golden Boots football tournament, and it became quite renowned in the area. And I then handed that over. It became quite a political story because it got so popular. So I handed it over to the locals to take it forward. But obviously it fizzled out over the years. No sponsorship and one thing or the other. Of course, it's very difficult to do anything if you've got no money. And that's probably the hassles that they encountered, not being able to get the sport kits and things like I used to do, but I was sourcing them from people that were donating them from overseas. So I was thinking to go and find out what's happening with that particular tournament. So I had to meet with some of the leaders and the coaches, the football coaches, because one thing they have got there is very well established football teams. And they're all struggling, but they are there, and they're very proud of their little football heritage. So that was the one thing I was trying to go and find out about. And then the other thing I was trying to assess was I was also involved in a bit of a program where instead of trying to get people away from being fed, so looking to international aid, try to give them a bit more dignity and provide them the tools. And of course, different NGOs over the years, big NGOs from Norway and Sweden and in America do a lot in those areas to provide like commercial vegetable gardening and all the equipment and the teaching. And also they try different initiatives like feeding. Um, but all of those come at a huge cost because you need a lot of personnel, you need a lot of vehicles, and also you need to get the product, like whether it's big grains of flour or mealie meal, to these outlying places. And then what happens? People become reliant on them. So they don't support the local businesses if you're going to be fed by an international body like, let's say, America, for instance. And then that comes with political issues and so on. So I came up with the idea of providing them with some tools, like especially in that area that I know of.
Yeah.
It's really on the lake on the shores of a huge lake. So if you provide them with fishing equipment, so I just started off by providing them with hooks, and that really went down well because if you gave each village 100 hooks, and they dispersed it amongst their little village, that's enough for them to go and catch their protein for the day. Go down to the river and catch some fish.
Yeah.
And so, that worked out quite well, and that was something I was trying to push. But like I said, because I haven't been to Zimbabwe for at least almost 10 years now,
Yeah.
it's on and off I did go, but I wasn't going really in the role that I was during that 5 years when I was really pushing all these initiatives. I was thinking maybe, is there a need? Should we start it up again? And, once I know there's a need, then I can start figuring out how to get it sponsored and how to push it forward. So that was another thing I wanted to do. And of course, it never happened. I managed to get hold of a few of the lower tier people, and I was trying to set up meetings, but I'd arranged to stay there a week, so I thought I had time. But I think after the second day, hey,
Yeah.
the people that were staying with us, they came to us and they said they can't handle it there. It's just too hot. They're really not well, and they've got to go. And of course, we were all in one car, and that's not going to work. I managed to ask them to stay for 2 days, hey. But there was lots of other things that I had to do in regard to the actual property itself. So that's what I just focused my attention on, because me and Grace wanted to see whether, firstly she could stay there, and I needed to see whether she was capable of being able to stay there, because it is quite remote. I mean, there are people there, but obviously the local indigenous people of the area, and the commodities, if you need anything, it's a 2-hour, 3-hour drive to go and fetch it.
Yeah.
So there's a lots of logistical issues, and I just wanted Grace to see whether she would be interested in that. But it came with some beauty, didn't it?
Yeah.
What did you like about that place?
I think lots of dry woods and fish.
Yeah, so mainly it was the fact that she could have those fires,
Yeah.
burning day and night. There was so much natural timber there. Of course, we wouldn't want you to burn all the timber, hey? But there was fish. And, one thing about a Filipina, they love their fish. And I think just that alone sold Grace on this particular property, hey?
Yeah.
The access to the lake, the access to have fish, fresh fish every day, nice bream fillets,
Yeah.
or in Grace's way, she prefers the head and the eyes. Yeah. So, and we did do a few things. We saw that amazing monitor lizard, didn't we?
Yeah.
A young monitor lizard. That was like a baby, but it was climbing a tree. And that. What do you think? So some eggs up there or something?
That's a baby, that is.
Beautiful, isn't it?
You can intend with the tree.
I didn't know they could climb the tree so well.
Probably looking for birds' eggs.
A tree, and that's something I've never seen before. So that's quite interesting. I think you might enjoy that. What else did we see while we were there? There was a kingfisher caught in a net.
Yeah.
And managed to free that and get it to fly away.
Poor bird has been caught in a nest, a net. The kingfisher bird that dives to get its food has been caught in this net. We need to try and help it to get out of this net. Fish and all kinds of things in this net as well. Oh boy. A knife on me. Bite me. Oh goodness. Goodness, what are people up to? Poor little birdie. Don't help you. Oh, for Pete's sake. Ouch. Shit. Damn it. It's going to be broken after this. Oh. 8. Sorry, my baby. Oh man. Aye. This is very bad. Wait, I need help. I need to get a knife or scissors. Oh. Nicholas, hello. This is the bus. Listen, I'm right here in front of that houseboat by the water. I need you to hurry up. There's a net here with a bird. It's caught in the net. I need you to bring a knife or scissors to cut this bird out. Yeah, by the houseboat, by that blue houseboat, but by the water. Come by the water. Checha, please. This bird is dying, okay? All right, thank you. Bye. Okay, help is on the way. Let's see if we can carry on. I'm trying to help you. But this is so bad. This is so bad. Maybe. All you were doing was trying to get a fish out of the net, weren't you? You've been really traumatized, I'm sure. You're going to have to cut this. I'm hurting you. What else is in this net? Fishing of some description. Goodness gracious. Bloody crayfish. Huh? Crayfish. More crayfish. More crayfish. Oh. Monster lobsters, yeah. Look, Kariba's finished now. Oh. This is the man that actually at the end of the day cut it out of that net. He thinks it can fly. So Nicholas, just open your hand. Just open your hand. Don't hold it by its neck. Just see if it's going to fly. No, don't throw it, because if it lands in the water, who's going to go get it? Just let it go. Let it go. Okay. Let it go. It wants to. Leave it. Okay. Yeah.
It's done.
It's too tired. It was flapping in that water. That's what I'm saying. We're going to have to go put it in a box. And try and feed it something. It is dehydrated. It's also, I think, the nerves. It's stressed. Stressed out. It was flapping, and I thought it was bathing. Then I said, when I'm coming close, I thought it was going to fly, and it didn't. Then I saw, it's caught. Okay, all right. No, let it go. If it wants to go, let it go. It's not going to go, Nicholas.
You can still see a net there by the wing.
Is there some string there?
Yeah,
it's
a string. You see.
Don't fly into another net now. Yeah, it'll go.
Yeah, it will go. After resting.
Despite the fact that the local guy that was helping me catch it, he just wanted to eat it. But I managed to make sure that it did fly away.
And we're doing laundry.
Oh yeah. So Grace showed me how to wash clothes by hand.
Here is Grace getting into the true spirit of living offline. What do you think, Grace? I notice that's all your clothes. None of that's mine.
No, you're lying.
What?
This is your cloud.
Huh?
This
Yeah. That's 2 pieces. Okay, 3 pieces.
This one.
4 pieces. 5 pieces. 6 pieces. Oh, you've done all yours already.
Not yet.
So this is the true outdoor life, eh, Grace? This is what you left the Philippines for, isn't it? Guys, actually we've got inside there we've actually got a washing machine that I could put the generator on. But what did you tell me, Grace? What did you say? And I said let's put the generator on.
Why?
I don't want to use washing machine. I
Why?
want to hand wash
Why do you want to do hand washing though?
because it's easy to remove a dirt.
Easier and better.
Yeah.
Is it therapeutic for you? Does it give your hand a good massage? And what about your view you got today? You got this view, eh? You were just telling me you can't wait to have 5 children running around climbing these trees. Hmm? Isn't that what you said to me? You wanted 5 children to run around?
No, you're lying.
I'm lying. How many did you say?
1.
1? 1 is not enough, huh? You know how spoilt 1 will be in all those trees and all this bush. All these animals running around. Let's make it 2. A deal. No deal?
No deal.
No deal. Okay. Alright guys, don't forget please. If you want to see more what Grace is doing later on, she's going to the market. There's a Friday market, fish market here. Where hopefully there's, what, vegetables, eh? Because in this area, because of the heat, it's very difficult to get vegetables. So they bring them in and they swap them for fish. So we need to go get some vegetables. What else do we need to get? Eggs. We need some more eggs. I dropped a couple of eggs in the dark last night. We need a couple more eggs. What else? Just to see what there is, eh? Alright, we're signing off. Oh, nice one, Grace. Thank you for splashing me. Alright, so we'll chat again when we see what else Grace is up to today. So if you'd like, please, notification button up there, as well as if you haven't subscribed already. And we're going to go into a bit more detail what we're going to try and be doing out here on Kariba in Zimbabwe. Alright then. Grace, are you ready to say goodbye?
Bye guys, I'm busy.
Bye guys, I'm busy. Alright then. Cheers then. Bye. There was a washing machine there, but no, she doesn't want to do that. And she didn't mind cooking outside on the open wood fires, eh? In fact, she kind of drew up a plan of how she wanted this back area to have an outside kitchen. Because yes, it's got a lovely, oh, I wouldn't say lovely kitchen, but it's got a nice tea kitchen inside. But it's so hot, you know, you could probably spend 6 months cooking inside. But at least the summer months, you would need an outside kitchen, hey?
Yeah.
If you were going to live there. So that's some of the things. So our 1 week visit, with all the things I planned to show you, was cut short because these people were not well at all. Okay, and obviously coming from the UK, their tender skins were not like leathery and hard like ours. But even myself, it was very hot. If you're thinking of going to a holiday to those areas, it's best to come probably from May, June, July, August, September. Not after and not before. Yeah. What else can you think of? Did you enjoy about that place? Obviously, the people were very friendly, weren't they?
Yeah.
We needed a bit of help with some of our solar stuff, and the people just bent over backwards to help us. They didn't have anything, but the little bit what they had, they shared with us, and obviously, that gave us the chance to leave lots of your second-hand stuff that you could give away. Hey,
Yeah.
and you enjoyed doing that, didn't you?
Yeah.
So there's that aspect. There's also, we're obviously involved in our ministry as well, in our Christian ministry. So we wanted to get involved in that and to see what needs were there as well. And although we've heard there's a huge need, we actually didn't have time to look into that either. So we've got lots of reasons to go back, haven't we, Grace?
Yeah.
I think Grace is a bit worried because it's starting to rain here, and it's just drizzling. You know, it's summer here, so therefore you get very hot days like yesterday. It was an absolute scorcher, but then the next day or two will be raining. Eh? All right, friends. So that really brought us to the end of our Zimbabwe trip.
And we go home to our last visit, our last holiday in Zimbabwe.
Yeah. And then obviously we flew back, eh?
Yeah.
Talk to your people. Tell them where you're going.
Going to South Africa.
No, not South Africa. You're in South Africa, woman. You're just
Going
going to
home.
Durban.
Going home.
Going home. What's the aeroplane? And are you happy?
Yeah.
Who are you happy with?
I don't know.
Do you remember his name?
No.
You can put me on airplane mode. You still gotta think about me. Want someone to hold. You still gotta think about me. Can take you all night for the rest of your life. But until you change your mind, you can put me on airplane mode. You still gotta think about me.
flew back. We had to drive back to Victoria Falls. We ended up spending the last few days in Victoria Falls. There were a bit more creature comforts there. And it was nice to actually be there, wasn't it, in the falls?
Yeah.
And then we flew out from the Victoria Falls. All right, guys. So if you enjoyed what you've seen, please, push the like. We've seen lots of viewers and less likes, so push the likes, please, and subscribe and share this. And we're gonna then give you some more thinking about our plans for the future. But also, we're going to show you a couple of the trips that we've made locally here around where we're living on the south coast of South Africa. I'm sure you're going to enjoy those. And, as you see that, you'll see how me and Grace interact as we grow closer to one another. And it makes all these things like age difference not such a big problem after all, as long as you can manage it and work hard at it. All right, guys. Nice meeting you. Keep well and goodbye.
Bye.
See you. Bye.